and welcome back to the Mompreneur Mentor YouTube channel. Thank you to our following subscribers and thank you to our new subscribers. If you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe. This video is part of our Mompreneur Memoir YouTube mini-series where I introduce you to the fantastic co-authors of the Mompreneur Memoirs book. Today I have Shane Gitmed on with me. Can you introduce yourself to the audience, Shane, and let us know a little bit more about you?
Yeah, for sure. So, thank you for having me. And so my name is Shane, as you mentioned. I am a serial entrepreneur. So to most, that's kind of like, well, what do you mean by serial entrepreneur? And it's just basically someone who is passionate about a lot of different things and they apply it to business. So I am a multi-business owner and I dabble in e-commerce with a marketing agency, travel services. I even became an ordained minister to kind of add to that. It just kind of grew. So, and now I'm part of an amazing book. So yeah, I like to do a lot of different things.
Wow, that is so interesting. It just gives me this picture in my mind of like a juggler, but it sounds really fun. And so you probably don't get bored of your job, right?
No, not at all. It's kind of funny because I kind of go with how I feel for the day. Like, of course I check in on everything, but it's like, what do I want to focus for today? And actually it's funny that we're doing this interview because I'm also doing a podcast that's coming up and I'm working on a launch for August. So that's just like another thing I threw in there. Why not?
That's so exciting. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
So, now that we've got to know you a little bit, I'm just curious, what was your decision as a serial entrepreneur to be a mompreneur, having kids and being an entrepreneur? Both of those really tough things. Being a parent is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. Being an entrepreneur is one of the hardest things someone could do. Put them together. I mean, what made you decide like, yeah, I'm going to do that?
Yeah, so I'm one of those people that, not that I want to do whatever I want, but as soon as I found out I was pregnant with my son, I was like, I need to maintain, this flexible schedule that I have. I was already working remotely since 2012, but I wasn't completely my own boss that whole time up until I found out I was pregnant in 2016. So I'm like, you know what? I think this is the time where I need to completely be independent, really hone in on my gifts and what I can do on my own versus what I was doing prior. So I think once I became a mom, I just knew like I need to be able to spend as much time as I can with him, regardless of what's going on. And so that's kind of have always been my push. Like I need to be here for him and that's it. So that's why I just kept following the rabbit hole. That's what I call it.
I love that analogy because sometimes it can feel like that and it just keeps going. It's never ending. And I think that's beautiful, and flexibility for anyone out there thinking about being a mompreneur is one of my favorite perks of mompreneurship is the flexibility. So then what compelled you to share your personal story in our Mompreneur Memoirs book? Because it's very personal, what made you feel the need to share your story?
Right. So for me, at the time when I was pregnant, I was married, and in the midst of pregnancy, after he was born, I did end up becoming a single mom before my son was 2. So at that point, of course, it's when you go through something like that, and we also dealt with a family death, you kind of question like, what am I doing here? You know what I mean? And how do I continue? How do I continue to juggle now all these new changes in my life? And so basically what ended up happening was I wanted to share my story. I don't really consider it like a whole inspiring thing, but I figured if I shared my experience, what I learned from, being an entrepreneur to becoming a mom and single mom at the end, it's just kind of like, I'm sure there's someone out there that could use my story as a way to be motivated that they can do it on their own. They can follow their dreams with or without a partner, with a child or not. Like there's basically nothing can stop you from your dreams and where you want to be. So that's why I wanted to share my story, was to empower other women and know that it's going to be okay. It's just a chapter and you will get through this.
That was amazing. So even if you're a single mom out there, mompreneurship is not out of your reach. And Shane is here to show you that in her chapter in the Mompreneur Memoirs. When it's available, it should be launching in August on Amazon. We will put the link in the description box below. If you had one piece of advice to give someone who's maybe just starting off I love what you said about it's just a chapter, but if you had like one quote or something that you could leave someone with, what would that be? I know it's kind of an on the spot, tough question.
No worries. I guess one mantra I've always had is Carpe Diem. I actually have that tattooed on my shoulder, fun fact. So it's just kind of one of those things where it's just, you got to seize the day. You know what I mean? Like if you never know where your ideas are going to lead you. And it's just the fact of there's always, I know it sounds kind of cliche, but like there's always light at the end of the tunnel, but it's so true. Like there's always going to be highs and lows in your life. And you just have to choose. My piece of advice is, where do you want to focus your energy on? And our mindset is huge when it comes to this. If you focus on the negative, you're never going to see like what the positives can be, right? So it's just all about mastering your mindset, you know, checking in with your energy and knowing how to block all the, you know, the doubt and everything. You're human, of course it's going to happen, but you don't have to dwell in it. So it's just all about reminding yourself that this is not the end. Like you just have to keep going on. Like you have people relying on you. You have no choice. So
Yes.
one of those things. Yeah.
Carpe diem. I freaking love that. Seize the day. So there have been days where I just did not even want to deal with my day. I didn't want to get out of bed. You know, I kind of wish I had it tattooed on me now because I wish, you know, and I love that you said that, because sometimes as moms or anyone in life, you can have days where you're just like, I don't want to do this today. Like, I don't want to deal with life today. And if you have that, seize the day, you know, it could be your last day. It could be whatever, you know, make the most of your day. I think that is, you nailed it. Hit the nail on the head. That's amazing. Great advice. So where can our viewers find you? They want to connect. Maybe they want your marketing service. Maybe they're looking for some of your services, or they just want to meet you. They're looking for mentors. I mean, where can we find Shane online?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram just under Shane Gitmed. So it's just my name. And I am relaunching my website. It's going through a whole overhaul thing, actually in preparation for this book. So it's just kind of, it'll like all go into one, but that'll also be at shanegitmed.com. You can subscribe via email if you want to be updated with, you know, upcoming launches, with new services that we're doing, because as you can tell, I do many different things that don't relate, but it's okay. So yeah, so I guess online and with Instagram and my website, shanegitmed.com.
All right, well, we will put all of Shane's links in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching another Mompreneur Memoir mini-series introduction to our authors. You can check out all the authors on the playlist of the Mompreneur Memoir mini-series. We can't wait to bring you this book and more mompreneurs to listen, learn from, and inspire you. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.